Yes, guys, good morning, man. Hope you guys are all blessed and well today. Just a chilled one, man. Just a quick one, just a relaxing conversation. And I've got a few topics I want to chop up with you guys. And I'll wait for you guys to get in the building before I start getting to it. Because I want to check in and make sure everyone's blessed today, man. Make sure everyone's well today. Because Father's Day was yesterday was good, man. I hope you guys, for all the dads as well, hope you guys enjoyed Father's Day yesterday. That was really, really good. I'm not gonna lie, not going to lie. But yeah, I'll wait for you guys to get in the building, and then we'll go, man. Then we'll go. Yeah, let me just make sure I've got everything set up for the stream for you guys. Okay. Yes, yes, peeps. As I said, I'll check in before we go, before we get started. Who is in the building? Who's the first one in the building? Let me know. We'll go from there. Why is these things moving so slow today, bro? I feel like the YouTube and StreamYard and all of the combinations are not working to the highest value. Okay, my broski. Big up to Pops in the building. First one in the building, man. Big up to you, bro. Big up, man. I hope you're well. I hope you're well. I'm waiting for the people to get in. They're taking their time. You know what I mean? They're taking their time. They're finishing, I don't know, lunch. Maybe is it lunchtime for most people or starting for lunchtimes as well? Maybe starting lunchtime for most people. So I'll wait for you guys to get in the building, then we'll go. We'll get into it, man. Big up to James in the building. What you telling me, broski? Exactly. Big up to all the dads, man. Yesterday, I don't know if it was shouted to the high heavens, man. If you want to shout to, big up Zabiri, man. What you telling me, bro? What are you telling me? Let's ends. Who wanna play? Who wanna play the season in Italy? Uh, who won the playoffs in Italy? Playoffs. I ain't even checked that, my broski. I didn't know. You might as well tell me that more, my bro. Let me know that one. And let me know the particular reason you've asked that particular question today, sir. But yeah, I think the people are already in the building. I know most of you are probably at work as well, trying to scramble to your phones and your computers and your laptops and stuff like that. All right, man. Let's get into it. Let's get into it straight away. First one I want to kind of chop up Florian Wirtz, and obviously Kerkez as well. They're both pretty much near the end of their holiday now. So this week we're looking at least, I want to say Thursday, Friday was when we're gonna get the announcement, I reckon, for these two. The guys that do the tracking the plane stuff, you guys are crazy. I think anyway, but apparently that they've already tracked the jets, they've already tracked the private planes, and both of the players are on their way or going to be on their way in the next day or so to come across, do their medical in Liverpool, and then sign their Liverpool contracts. So, guys, I know we can't wait because I can't wait to hear the first interview. I can't wait to see the first pictures. I can't wait to see the just the first images of Florian Wirtz and Kerkez, bro, just coming in because I always look forward to listening to what the reasons why they decide they want to sign for Liverpool Football Club, because we always think our club is one of the biggest, especially with the Florian Wirtz one, because I think with Kerkez obviously moving from Bournemouth to Liverpool, that's a step in its own right. But in terms of just for we beat Real Madrid, Bayern Munich for the signature of Florian Wirtz, I want to know the reason why he chose us. I want to know. Obviously, he's probably not going to give us in detail on the reasons why, but I just want to see what he says on the reasons why he decided to sign for us as well. Because I, even now I still can't believe it. And I think until I see him in the jersey, in the Liverpool top, that's when I'll be happy the most, bro. I have to just wait until then because at the moment it's still surreal that a player of his caliber has decided to join us. And that's no knock for us. It's just more we never really go for players like him. We tend to go for players like Milos Kerkez because you're not really gambling there. You're looking at the profile of the player. You're looking at a future prospect of a player, and you go, yeah, I think his ability. We always go for the guys on the rise. We never get the ones that's already at that level. To be fair, so it's massive, massive to go and get him, and I can't wait to listen and hear what the reasons why he chose Liverpool Football Club over Bayern as well, because most of the German players tend to just go, right, if you're at Dortmund or wherever, you decide to go, right, the next step is always going to Bayern Munich. Like that's always what we've been kind of used to. And then if you leave Bayern Munich, you tend to probably come to the Premier League, like the few German players that's left there to come here. But nah, I've never seen like someone actually go no to them, but come here. Because even I was listening to a couple of the German players as well, and Kimmich, and he's when they asked him about, why do you think he didn't come? He said you have to ask the club. He doesn't know why he's chosen not to come to us and decided to go to Liverpool. See what you're saying here. I thought McTominay won Player of the Season. If so, City got the second best midfielder. Pundits saying they've got the best midfielder. I don't know if Scott win the best player? I don't even know if he did, I'll double check that still, bro. DB 1981. Big up to Ends. Happy Monday chat. Like on the way in, folks, and helps the channel grow. Appreciate it, bro. Big up Dr. Blick in the building as well. CJ in the building. Love for the love, man. He did. Is that the question from Zabiri's question? He was the MVP. Okay, there you go then. Answer to your question, Zabiri, straight away as well. But yeah, I can't wait to just hear what Florian Wirtz has to say on the reasons why he's going to join our football club. And as well, I want to hear, I hope they ask him as well, what position do you think you end up playing in? Because I think we've debated amongst ourselves as Liverpool fans, is he coming in playing in the 10? Is he some people have kind of shoehorned him into the left wing. We've looked at his heat map and gone, oh no, we could just use him over there. So hopefully someone ask him and say, is it the positioning or positions or position that Arne Slot sold you and one of the reasons why you decided to make the move to Liverpool Football Club? Because I'd find that very, very interesting to see if that's to be true. But yeah, just on those two, this week it should be done. So fingers crossed that's all done and dusted and we can start celebrating that we've now got 3 players through the door, 4 if you include the young goalkeeper as well. Osimhen and Alvarez, like to Liverpool number 21. Who's better? I think Osimhen. That's a tough one still. Big up to Burton for the question. I think it all depends on your preference. I think Osimhen would do well. I think Alvarez would do well as well, but I just like the way Osimhen plays, to be fair. That's what I'd go. I'll go with Osimhen more than Alvarez. But I get it. I can see why people like Alvarez, but yeah, I like Osimhen more. I think he's more of the all-rounder, man. I think, and that's not a knock on Alvarez. I think he can do his own bits as well. But yeah, I would prefer to get Victor Osimhen in the team. 5 if you include Isak. Yeah, we'll get to that conversation, and we'll get to that conversation. Yeah. So I've seen the reports from a few of the journals but all they've said is Liverpool have huge, they're a huge fan of Alexander Isak. Nothing really like mad concrete. They just said they're huge fans of his. So obviously we've been linked with Ekatike, and obviously you guys already know, man, we can get Alexander Isak, bro. That's the level of player we need to go and get into this football team. But I don't know. There was nothing that said, yeah, Liverpool 100% going to go for him. I hope we do, but it all comes down to how much it's going to cost. And it's, by the sounds of it, it looks like it's going to cost a hell of a lot of money. But I don't care. As long as the club can afford it, let them go and do it, man. You know what I mean? If that's what they want to do to make us a better team, I'm good with running whatever the price tag is. Get him in ASAP. I know it's going to cost over 100 million if you want to go and get him. That goes without saying, because Newcastle are not letting a prize asset go for cheap or chum change. So it'd be interesting to see where it goes for. Big up to AA. Big up to Ends each and every time. Big up to you, bro. Big up to Liz. Hope you're feeling even better today, man. I hope you're feeling even better. Big up to you, man. Hope you've been resting though and looking after yourself, because you know what I mean. Then we made a huge claim today. Harley genuinely huge claim today where we were putting a bid for Isak next week. I think it stems from off of the back of the I'd say the journal saying that we've got huge interest in him and we're a huge fan of his. I think that's where it comes from. And if you tend to listen to him normally, Liverpool would probably go and would inquire about him. Whether or not we make a bid, then we kind of have to wait and see. But I think if we were going to go and make a bid, I think you're looking excess of 100. What, as Burton's put in there, 120. Yeah, I'd say at least probably the same we paid for Florian Wirtz. I think you'd have to pay the exact same. Have we ever seen our team pay 100 million? Well, 100 million on a player and then spend another 100 million on another player. I don't think we've ever. Yeah, we've never seen that. We've never seen that. We kind of always stayed in our price range of around 30, 40. And obviously in recent years, we've kind of splashed out when we've seen someone that can definitely make a massive change in the team. Splashed out Virgil, Alisson at the time, you'd say as well, would splash out on him. Even Darwin, to an extent, we did splash out on him as well. I know a lot of people obviously don't rate him now, but we did splash out on him, to be fair. But I don't know. I don't know if I see us doing that again. I honestly don't know if I see us doing that. I would love us to go and try and get him. And like I said, I think a couple of weeks back as well, with like Shesko's price tag, a Katike's price tag, I'm like, what's the point of going for them when you'd probably get Isak for around the same, if not a little bit more on top? And I'd rather go and put the little bit more on top and go and get Isak, because he's definitely the finished article, man. I think he comes into this team, man. It's a wrap for the Premier League for at least another 2 seasons. Even though the other teams are good, don't get me wrong. Like City will be good, Arsenal will be good, but you get this kind of killer in front of goal. You get the 10 that we're about to get, and you've enhanced the fullback positions as well, and you made it a bit more younger, a bit more exciting, a bit more energetic. Yeah, I'd rather do that and go and get him. And I think the Premier League is done for the next 2 years. Are they selling Isak, Liz? So they haven't said, and I don't think they would want to sell him. But the problem is, if Liverpool come calling, man, he might have to go. I think he's obviously an admirer at Liverpool as well, and it comes off the back of the journals, as I said. They've obviously said Liverpool are huge fans of his, which doesn't mean we're going to make a bid, but all it means is, yeah, there's going to be talks, there's going to be rumors, there's going to be so many discussions around whether or not we would come out and pay that kind of money for him as well. So it'll be interesting to see. Debbie, big up to yourself. Well, you're about to win the Premier League again. No, I think we'll definitely win it again. I think our team is strong as it is, and with the improvements we've made, I think it's even going to be tougher for the other teams. I think it will be closer than it was last year, because I think Liverpool, to be fair to them, they kind of just walked across the line at the end. I think if you were getting pushed by a City, or even if you was getting pushed by an Arsenal in the latter stages, maybe we'll finish even higher on points just to make sure we kind of kill off the league. But I think because we realized Arsenal weren't really on it, they weren't really not to say clinical, they just weren't on it in terms of killing games off. So Liverpool's like, as long as we better or match your results, like we can just walk the league. You know, after that game week, I would say 30, it was kind of a wrap. You could just see. Big up to Cav, man. Cav, I don't know if you're free, but let me know, because I know you did say yesterday if you did one a bit earlier. Let me know. I don't know if you're at home at all, but big up to you, bro. What have you gone with, Harley? You've gone with Isak, Osimhen, Ekitike in that order. Yeah, I think that's fair. And I'll go with Isak slightly higher than Osimhen, just because Isak has got that Premier League proven as well. He knows what it's about in terms of, and he's been able to get 20 plus goals in the last couple of seasons as well. So, he's a very good striker. Does the I know there's a lot being said around his injuries as well, and probably like a type of contract because he does pick up these little niggly injuries across the season. Isak does. Does that make anyone kind of a bit skeptical about maybe signing him for big money, or do you think, nah, it don't matter, just get him in, and then we'll just take care of that when, if and when something like that arises throughout the season? Big up to Fake Monday as well. Nah, bro, I told you. This one didn't come from me. This one came from the journals, man. And all I said they've done, honestly, big up to you, bro. They've said is that Liverpool are huge fans of Alexander Isak. That's all I've literally seen. So maybe I have to wait and see what the other guys say, and maybe they have a bit more insight to the reason why the journals have said what they've said. But I've seen them say this all across literally since the end of the season. I've seen them all say these things anyway about the players, about every player that we've linked with. I've seen that we've been huge fans of Alvarez. Nothing's happened with that. I've seen us huge fans of Kerkez. Nothing with that. TK, I've seen us. We're monitoring, watching, but we haven't made any moves on that front as well. But yeah, maybe the Isak one is the one that we can't wait to see what happens with. Clean. Okay, so you said I'm more worried about the versus ACL returning. To be honest, listen, players get injuries, bro, and they're gonna get injuries in the future as well. And I get it, but he looks fine. He's played well, since he's been back. There's nothing looks like he looks strong, looks fast. He has nothing looks bad, and I'm sure, obviously, once we do the medical and stuff, a lot more will be kind of brought up in that as well. So we kind of have to wait for the medical as well, and then we can make an assessment. Because if he passes that, then I don't think there should be anything that we should be worried about at all with that. Big up LA in the building as well. I know about this one here, bro, Miro, but I hear it still. I hear it, man. Let's see what's this one. Sell Jota Darwin and buy Isak 4-3-3 gap. Ho Isak Mo behind Wirtz verse in the 10. Yeah, we could do that. But I still, even if you sell the two strikers, I still think you would need an extra one though, unless you're thinking to play someone else through the middle as well. Let me know if there's someone else, or you just go in one. Because as I said, if Isak does pick up any little niggles or injuries, then you'd need someone else ready to kind of step in to play. I don't know. Would you give Jadon Nance the chance this season? I don't know if he's even ready. He hasn't played a lot of football, to be fair. His loan deal, it was meant to go to Sunderland. That didn't work out. So because he came back with a back injury, so I don't know if we want to rush him back as well. I know he was on the bus parade, Mateta as a backup. Jarquez, how much do you think that they would want for Mateta though, for a backup? And to be fair, yeah, if we can't, I'd love to see Mateta in the team. I think he would actually do well at our club, He doesn't get a lot of ratings, but you can see that the brother can play. He can play. Miro said I trust in Jota still. No, my bro. I don't know, man. Look, he hasn't set the world alight this season. Well below his normal best, I would say, performance-wise. Not even from the goal scoring, just his performances have kind of been hit and miss. And that's what normally you don't really get with Jota. Normally he does perform, he's just never on the pitch because he's obviously injured. And when he comes back, you can see that he scores goals and stuff. But yeah, even that has taken a knock this season, man, his performances. So, no. 35 to 45. I think they would want even more than that, I can't even lie. Just because they've looked at how many goals he scored, obviously he's a trophy winner as well. They would probably ask for a bit more money than that, if I'm going to be honest. Working at the moment this evening. All right. I'll try my best, Gav, and I'll see if I can organize something. Give me a time and I'll make something happen, bro. Big up to Scottish Bear in the building as well. Give me a time, bro, and I'll make sure we run a stream because I want to hear your opinion on some of these takes as well. Yeah, big up to Honesty. Yeah, Florian Wirtz transfer to Liverpool officially take place at the end of this week. Sports Build. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking by the end of the week. As I said, that the guys that like to track the planes and track the jets and all these kind of things, they've already done the legwork. I still don't know how people have the time to do it, but big up to them, man, because at least I don't have to go and do any of those crazy stuff. You already know, man. Guys, get the likes up as well, man. Love for the love, but let's get the likes as well. Nearly 200 of you guys in the building. Get the likes up. We're not going to be here for too long, but we'll try and cover as much as the news, transfer news as we've seen it come through, and then you guys can get back to doing your normal day routines, man. Essex Red. I love it now. The rival are saying we paid too much for Wirtz and he will flop. Yeah, I don't even bother listening to them no more, bro. If I'm being honest with you, because teams have spent. We've seen teams spend so much money on players. We've seen Chelsea do it. We've seen Arsenal do it. We've seen City do it. We've seen United do it. And some players have come in and done well. Some players have absolutely taken a year or two to get any better, and then some has just not been good at all in the Premier League. So it happens, but I ain't got time to listen to them. I think they're more scared of, because they do respect the player. They do know if this brother can hit the ground running, they know what's about to happen. They can see it. They're already, look, you have to think, right? They've already been scared of our team without him in the team. So without him in the team, you listen to rivals, Liverpool untouchable. It's so difficult to play against Liverpool. Some of them hate on our team for some. I don't know. I don't even get it. But you can see that they're already scared of our team. Now you add a player that they rate. And no, none of them rivals will tell you they don't rate him. They all rate him as a footballer. So you add that to a team that you currently are afraid of, scared of. That should tell you enough. Trust me, they're just hoping. It's more hope than anything. They're hoping that he flops, but he's not going to. He might take a minute or two just to get up to the speed of the Premier League, but he's a clever player. His IQ is very high. You can see by the way he plays, man. This is, once he hits the ground running, this is going to be absolutely crazy what he's about to do. But yeah, if we can even add Isak to that, I think they would all have a meltdown. I think if Liverpool actually go and make a bid this week, for an example, for Isak, right? I reckon they're all gonna crash out and have emergency streams, because Isak would then be like, okay, so these guys are actually going to try and do doubles and triples, or even the quad that certain Liverpool fans have been calling for, but it has not happened. One of the most difficult things to do in football. But yeah, if, for an example, right, if we can't go and get Isak, and I think, I don't know if we will, but if we can't go and get him, is Ekatike a kind of a mold of a striker like an Isak? Would everyone be cool with that, or you guys still feel there's someone else out there we should go and get, or should have gotten, apart from Alvarez? I know that's the guy most of you guys are going to want to get, but apart from Alvarez, if it's not Isak, because I doubt Alvarez is going to move. And my stance on that has always been he's only been there for a season. So I don't see how unless we'd have to play 4D chess, man. We'd have to give them Robbo. That's the one that they've been linked with in the last couple of days. We'd have to go and give them Nunes, which they've been linked with, but now Napoli's the front runner for the Nunes deal. So you'd have to try and give them probably Nunes and Robbo to even for them to consider letting Alvarez go, because he's one of their main guys in the team, and I don't see how they'll let him go. I think that's what we'll definitely have to do for them to even think about giving us Alvarez. So maybe Ekatike, but then Man United now are linked with him as well. I don't know why you'd want to go United, to be fair. That club it's I think they just need to gut the whole club, reset it, start again, build it from the ground up again, because yeah, it's mad. I know a lot's been said about Ibu as well. This one is the one I think we definitely need to get sorted as early as possible. I spoke about it yesterday in the stream I did. But I think we definitely, now I've had the chance to sleep, we gotta get this sorted as well. Because I keep seeing these stupid Real Madrid fans, stupid accounts keep talking about him, bro. Keep talking about him. And I don't want to lose Ibu on a free get like another player on a free, because that would really get on my nerves. Not this caliber of a player. We spoke about yesterday in terms of the contract, how much we should give him. You know, he's asking for over 200 grand a week. I think he's worth that. I think he's definitely worth you spending 200 grand a week on it. Whether or not the club thinks that, I don't know. We kind of have to wait and see. Initially, they said that there was a deal put on the table for him, and he turned that down because it wasn't enough. So let's see, man. Let's see. Let's see what you guys are thinking as well. Honesty ain't leaving. Yeah, I hope not, bro. But the stance is, if we can't if we can't agree a deal, you know they're gonna sell him this summer, because they're not gonna wait and do what they did with Trent and go, oh yeah, he might sign. We just have to kind of keep him and wait. I think they'll just sell him and get someone else in. Let's see. I'll come back to that one, Harley, about the Giovanni Van Bronk one. I've even seen, apart from Giovanni, who else have I seen linked as a coaching job? There was another. Oh, his name is slipped my mind now. There was another coach, and I was like, oh, this would be interesting. Oh yeah, Thiago as well. I've seen that we've been linked with Thiago coming back to the club as a coach. I don't know what you guys think about that. That could be interesting. I'd like Thiago back in the team, to be fair, as a coach. That would be actually really good. That would be really good to see Thiago back coaching. I'll be mad. Like, I'm trying to think, like, the experience, his skill set, the way he is as a player, like how much he could teach or give leadership to the midfielders we currently have, man, and try and instill some of his traits in them. I think like players like McAllister would definitely. Bajcetic, we know, was doing well when Thiago was kind of molding him into the player he is now. But Bajcetic is currently injured, so. But maybe he can improve. He can improve Gravenberch. He can improve. Like, yeah, it would be great if we could get him as well. Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, I'm not too sure about him, if I'm being honest. I know he's gone and won stuff. I know he's been in the game for a minute, but I haven't kind of kept up with him in terms of what he's been like. I know as a player he's really good. I haven't really paid attention to too much what he's done as a coach to kind of give you a reason if I'm kind of calm with him coming. But I trust what the gaffer is doing. I trust what the manager at the football club is doing at the moment. So if Arne Slot goes, those are the guys, or that's the guy I want in, we can only, because I didn't think the Heitinger thing would work, but clearly he knows better, doesn't he? So it'll be good to see what happens with that one. But yeah, with Konate, yeah, we need to make sure we get these kind of guys signed and sealed, man. But as I said yesterday, I don't know where he lands on the list of priorities at the moment, because I know signing players and making sure the squad is ready to compete for next season. Also getting rid of the players you don't think you're going to keep. And then contract, where does that land? Is that at the top of the list? Is that in the middle of the list? Is that at the bottom of the list? Because they're not players you need to currently worry about as such in the next couple of months. So I don't know where it lands, unless Ibu's giving them indications that he's obviously willing to stay at the football club anyway. So they're like, okay, we'll put that on the back burner for now, and then we'll attack it further down the line. 215 in the chat, 60 likes. Get them likes up, people. It is free. It is free, guys. Come on, man. Let's get that. Let's try and hit like 150 minimum. You guys can. I would appreciate that very, very much. Hold on, there's one here. Too many departures can be a bad thing. Yeah, I covered that yesterday, to be fair. I was saying that sometimes you can't really, and I'll bring it back to the Robo conversation. And I was saying, you can't just, I know some people don't think Robbo is that good at the moment and they don't rate him as much as they used to, but you can't keep getting rid of like your senior players out the team, because if you get rid of too many of your senior style players, you lose a lot. You might not see it initially, but you'll see it in the moments when the team is not performing. You see it in a moment when, say for an example, Kerkez now, he comes in, doesn't know how to handle certain things because it's a bigger club, the expectations are bigger. Comes in, there's more eyes on him from a media standpoint. They're on TV a lot more, so he's going to be up there for scrutiny. People are going to scrutinize him and stuff like that. So So I think you're going to need your senior players like a Robert to put his arm around his shoulder and say, look, don't worry, this is what I went through. This is, and then you can also take Kerkez out the limelight if those things are happening and put a Robbo in as well. Those are the things you need. I can't see a world where we just sell him. I can't, honestly, I sell him like my standpoint is give him a year's deal and then you sell him next season. That's my standpoint. Give a year for Kerkez to settle into the football club, have a season under his belt, and then you could probably move Robbo on the following season. Just give him a year's extension. But at the same time, it is down to Robbo. Maybe a year extension isn't what he wants. Maybe he wants 2, maybe he wants 3. Maybe that's something Liverpool are not willing to offer. So those are the factors we kind of have to deal with as well as a football club. But yeah, I don't like changing too much. I think you do that, you lose a lot of the chemistry, you lose a lot of the togetherness as well, because then you're heavily relying upon a smaller leadership group, and then you might have to add a few new people in there, and that takes a bit of time for them to fall in line with your ways and what you want to do as well. They need to move on at some point, but we still have senior pros at the top, and their game and to lead onto the pitch, off the pitch. Yeah, that's true. So in terms of the senior players, you still have Alisson, Salah, and Virgil. Trying to think, is there anyone else you'd class as a senior player in the team? Yeah, if Robbo goes, I'm going off the idea of Robbo leaving. So Alisson, Virgil, and Salah. Yeah, I know there's other guys like Sobo, captain for his country in the team as well. But yeah, I like the fact that Robbo is there as well. Gomez, yeah, but Gomez is, I see what you mean, but he's like that quiet guy, isn't it? He's the quiet guy that just gets on with his stuff and he's zen and he just wants to. I don't look at him as like a leader. I look at him as a senior figure, but just not as a leader. McAllister, I don't know if I look at him as a senior player. I think he carries himself well. He might well be in the group. I don't know yet, but we'll wait and see the new structure of that group, because obviously with Trent leaving, but the possibility of Robbo leaving, obviously that structure of that group is going to change as well. But I only really look at those three, Alisson, Virgil, and Salah, as the main leaders. Yeah, I don't want to lose. I don't want to leave. I like the fact that there's 4. There was 5, in within the team, but maybe other players step up. Maybe other players step up. So let's see what happens. But yeah, in terms of they have to leave at some point, Cav, I agree. But I think if you change it too much too early, yeah, I've just never been a fan of that. I think there's moments when you can change, and I feel like with someone like Robbo, you still need his experience. You still need that, for me personally, anyway. But yeah, hopefully we can sort out the Konate contract within this window and not wait, because Real Madrid is sniffing, and they'll just say, "Oh, we'll give you this signing on, and we'll give you this contract." So you might as well just run it down, and you'll get the better end of the deal in the long run. Harvey Elliott, guys, man of the match yesterday. What do you guys think, man? Because I saw online that some people are saying he doesn't get enough love from the Liverpool fan base. So you guys still on that same, or do you? I don't know if I'm on that kind of wave. I do see it sometimes, because he is a good player, and I've openly said probably it's time for him to move on because he's not getting any game time. But he is still a talented footballer. He still can offer something, but we don't get to see it because he doesn't play. Are you open to give him more of an opportunity next season if he does stay? If he is one of them you want to stay? And do you think it's true that he doesn't get enough love from the Liverpool fan base? Because I don't know if it's personally true, but I can see why that comes up, because no one, I think even in the season when he came, season before last, he came off the bench. I think he ended up with like 11 goals. I think he ended up with like 11 goals and 5 assists or something like that within that Premier League season. But he didn't get no real, like, everyone just called him like a super sub more than saying, nah, do you know what? Harvey actually came on, changed games. He was doing stuff. He should start. And I can't remember if anyone was really pushing for him to really start. Big up to Wayne as well for subscribing to the channel. Big up, man. But yeah, apparently so. No one gives him. Slot doesn't rate him. Yeah, you can see by the minutes he gives him. Big up to Bizzle as well. Fireburn, what you saying? Elliott is loved, but not on a superstar level. Fairs. Do you not believe he can do something within the team though? You not feel like there's room within the squad for him to go and perform? Or do you think now the team is building past him as a player now? Because like when you watch him play, especially, I don't know if you guys have caught any of the under 21s and stuff, but right, the brother is playing so cold right now, man. He's but yeah, I'm kind of cool if we lose him if he does leave in it, because I think he has to think about his future and I think he has to think about his own career in football. And you don't want to sit around and stagnate, especially if you're not playing. If you're playing, then that's something different, isn't it? But if you're not playing, bro, you're gonna have to probably find a different club. But yeah, he is a very good player. Maybe if he leaves, we'll then appreciate it in the long run. Maybe in the future, once if he leaves this season or next, or whenever he decides what he wants to do with his career, and he's playing for someone else, and you can actually watch him on a weekly basis starting, maybe that's when we'll probably appreciate him a bit more than what he's being appreciated at the moment. Yeah, if Slot doesn't play him, I don't know, man. I don't know. Slot just needs to not between him and Jones. Jones is the better overall. Yeah, but I think him and Jones are different type of players, though, aren't they? Jones, you'd probably say you can play in multiple position. I think with Harvey, I know he wants to play in the 10 from what I've seen, but then also heard Arne Slot say the reason why he hasn't been playing is because Mo is, so he probably looks at him as a right winger. But Harvey obviously isn't right. He's not the same speed as like a Mo Salah or anything like that. He's not mad quick, but he can cover ground. But yeah, Wirtz is younger than Elliott. Is he younger than him? I think they're the same age. Are you going by a couple of months, bro? If it's by a couple of months, yeah, logically yes, he is, but factually he is. But overall, like, come on, they're still the same age. But there's I think that lies there, right? So for an example, Florian Wirtz has been able to go and express himself over the last 2-3 years, maybe even 4, you'd say. So he's had the opportunity to become the player he is. Harvey hasn't had that, to be fair. And the moment I think Klopp was trying to give him that, remember, then he picked up that ankle dislocation, so then he was out of the team. So I feel like when the moment comes for Harvey, something happens to kind of derail that for him. So maybe, and even at the start of the season just finished, he did start a lot of the preseason game. Obviously, bearing in mind that, he was back, most of the senior players was still away, still away on their holidays and stuff. But yeah, he was playing really well. And then he picked up that injury that kept him out for three months of the season just gone. So I don't know. If he stays, I think he has his work cut out for him. If he stays, I think he's got his work cut out for him. And you would have to really, really impress in preseason. You would have to really, really show what he's about. And I don't know if that means he has to kind of adjust his expectation in terms of his position and go, okay, cool. If this is what the gaffer wants me, or this is a position he wants me to play in, then I'll run that position. I think he has to probably consider doing that, because at the moment, bro, you're not going to get in the 10 because he obviously prefers Sabo over you. And now he's gone out there and spent a world record fee on Florian Wirtz. So he's going to go in the 10. So, bro, I don't know where you go from there. You're going to have to do the right wing stuff. You're going to have to. And then just wait for Mo to, if he's having a bad game, then you can get in. Or show up in preseason and maybe the manager then goes, right, okay, when we're using this system, the new system, or how we want to play, then bang, Harvey is our guy to play in that position. But yeah, ends on is it under 21 his level? No, I don't think it's his level. I think he performs when he plays consistently. I think that's with Harvey. He performs. It's just that he doesn't get the consistent run within the team. because there was a reason why he was, Klopp threw him in, and I don't think anyone at that moment in time, I can't remember anyone really batting an eyelid in terms of going, oh, why is Harvey starting? And then he got the injury, and everyone's like, oh my days, he's out, and that was his moment. So I feel like the player, he's still a player there. It's just he needs to play. You can't showcase your skill sets if you're sitting on the bench the whole season. You know what I mean? It's just not possible to go and show what you're about. And obviously for the 21s, the style that they play, and he plays all the time as well. So that's why in it. That's why he tends to show up what he's about in those under 21 games. But I'm sure if you put him in the senior team as well, I think he'll do well in that team as well. Let's rack up them likes. Up Liverpool faithful, smash them likes. Big up, man. Big up Scottish Bear for keeping those likes going. And we hit the target, guys. Need 150. I think would be amazing for this video. We've got 220 of you guys in the building. Love for the love. We won't be here for much longer as well. And this one, I found this one interesting, guys. Obviously, the fixture list will be out on Wednesday, I think it is. Who do you guys want first? Who do you guys want in your first league game? So throw down these. So opening day, Boxing Day, and final day. I'd love to know which teams you guys would love to play in those three. They should have put New Year's Day. We don't play on New Year's Day. Some teams do. I don't think we have. Yeah. Throw in there. Who would you guys like to see? Or in that order. So opening day, Boxing Day, final day. That's what I'd love to see. John, what have you gone with? City away. First game, bro. Is that what you're on? I hear it, bro. Total, you got Man United, Arsenal, the Scrubs. Ras, man. It'll probably be Sunderland. I think it'll be Sunderland as well. Fireburn, we've got City as your opening day, United, Boxing Day, and Arsenal on the final day. Okay, I hear it. Pops, we've gone United. Anfield for your opening game. For the opening one, yeah. Man United from LA as well. That's crazy, bro. You guys want these mad games early. City away. Why do you want City away early doors, bro? You want to take 3 points over them or have one of those what are you trying to prove here, John? What are we trying to prove? Let me know where your mind is going right now. I obviously I don't mind getting any. Whoever we get, we're gonna have to play, right? So that is what it is. But yeah, I don't know if I want the first 5 games. You got Chelsea, United, Man City. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's just mad, bro. I ain't trying to play no catch-up game. And I'm not saying I don't think we can beat these teams, but you need a little bit of rhythm, man. You need them City starts. You know, when they get you get the newly promoted teams, they get the teams that was close to getting relegated. To be fair, Man United and Tottenham were nearly relegated as well. So they're probably going to be one of the teams on there. But yeah, you want them promoted teams, man, and then mid-table teams for the first 5 games at least. And then you can give us a little run of maybe a few of the other top 6 teams, so-called top 6 teams. But can't be, I don't know, bro. It's mad. You want them big boy games, early doors. Now, what I would love to see is Arsenal City opening day. Chelsea United. Who else is it? And I think Newcastle smoke the other teams, to be fair. Yeah, and then we'll get Sunderland at Anfield. That's what I'd love. Sunderland first game, Anfield, and we'll run with that. I'll take that all day long. Do you know what I mean? They'll be up for it. Don't get me wrong. Obviously, they'll be up for it, but yeah, man. I'm trying to have an easy opening day weekend, bro. I'm not trying to have no stressful one where all of a sudden now we're gonna have to big squads versus big squads. Nice. It's long. You don't want to be in a position, and John, you don't want to be in a position here because obviously you know what the media is going to be pushing. Kerkez versus Florian Wirtz. Who's going to be the one that come out on top? That's what. Even if they don't even do much in a game, if their team win, they're gonna be like, yeah, because of Florian Wirtz today, Liverpool won, or because of Ryan Shirky, that's why City won. That's what you'd be on, bro. Boxing Day versus Everton will be nice. Boxing Day, Everton. Yeah, those games are normally good, to be fair. At least they'll be in their new stadium as well, won't they? So that'll be good. Why should it be stress? We're not with champion. Yeah, bro, but not every season's the same season, bro. You know, every season is a different season. I ain't trying to, you know what I mean? I want to keep the heart rate at a good level for at least the first 5 games. After that, we're good because then cardio will be in full effect, fitness levels will be higher. You know what I mean? I'm used to whatever craziness Liverpool or the Premier League or the referees are gonna throw up. You can't be throwing up no madness in the first game, bro. Because you know in them games with City, bro, there's always some controversy, bro. Last time one of our players got kicked in his chest to get nothing. Time before that, Rodri decided to handball it in the box, and we didn't get nothing in that. Like weren't our game, to be fair, but it would have potentially lost that game to Everton as well. Last minute penalty. Like we've seen some craziness, bro, in our games. So I mean, like we've seen, like obviously Trent. You know, what I mean, we don't really rate him like that no more. But we've seen Trent fall over in the box, and then a man tripped over him after Trent fell over, and then the ref gave them a pen. Like you don't want that kind of stuff early in the season, bro. Nah, you man are unsmoked early in the season. All right, now I hear it, man. If this is what you guys want to do, if this is what you guys want to do, then we'll run it, man. If that's the ones you guys want, we'll see. Because when it comes to those games, we'll come back to this stream and go, yo, you guys asked for this. So Wednesday, we'll see, man. Nah, it ain't even that, my bro. I promise you. It's just, you know, sometimes you just want like, yo, just give us a nice little game, man. Let us just run along. To be fair, though, every time we've got the promoted teams, where they've always given us a mad game. You remember Norwich, bro? Like we have to do some madness against them most seasons. Even last season against Ipswich, bro, that first half they gave us a game. And then obviously we fixed up in the second half to go and win the game. But yeah, nah. Yeah, the fixture is out on Wednesday. So it'll be interesting to see who we get in that one. And then before we head out, guys, this one here I found it interesting, so I'd love to know what you guys think. Which of these players' departure hurt you the most? Love to know. Throw your names in the chat. Throw them names in the chat, man. Which one of these players, their departure hurt you the most as a Liverpool fan? So we got Trent on there, you got Coutinho on there, Suarez on there, Bobby on there, Mane, and Torres. Bro, see the name that you guys have gone with. So Bobby, Firmino, Mane, Torres, Suarez, Bobby, and Mane. John, we asked for one, bro. I said 2 of them. I hear it. Torres hands down. Yeah, because Torres was like our guy, weren't it, man? He was just our guy. Oh, it was our guy. Do you know for Torres' reign? Yeah, I missed the first when he first signed for us. I missed the whole signing. I missed the whole interviews. I don't even think I've watched it. You know, if I'm being honest, I was on holiday in Jamaica when we signed Torres, and all I remember was people like, "Yo, you've signed my mate." No, my mate phoned me and said, "Oh yeah, you've signed Torres because you're a United fan," and he was like, he thought Torres was gonna go to them. It's like you signed Torres. And I said, "Nah, don't lie." And then, but I don't even think I've watched the. I might have. I don't think I have though. I've watched like his interviews and stuff. Torres, Coutinho, Suarez, Mane, Suarez, Bobby. Can't look at a picture of Torres. Do you know how crazy that is, bro? Nah, you have to, man. You have to get over it. We gotta get over it. I'll tell you mine. I'll give you my 3 in order. Yeah. The first one was Coutinho. That one, because I to this day I still believe if this brother just stayed, yeah, I reckon we would have just smoked the Premier League the same way City did. I reckon if he stayed, I think we was building something so special. And you got the Mane, you got the Salah, you got the Bobby in there, like their prime, and Coutinho was just he was coming into that player. That player, you go, yo, he's definitely world class now. And I think he just left at the wrong time. That one hurt because I saw us dominating the Premier League, but yeah, it just mashed it up. Torres was the second one because, but then I understood it as well because hearing that they said he was made promises and then we didn't give him those promises or kept to those promises. I was like, I understand it, but it was so mad because a team that he normally killed for us was like, oh my days, Chelsea. Every time we played Chelsea, he smoked them, and then within like a space of a day, he was wearing blue, bro, and I couldn't believe it. And it was so mad because every time he played against us, he missed a few open goals against us. I remember him passing one, so what's his face could score in that Gerrard slip moment. But I just remember him just looking at him, even when he won trophies with Chelsea, he didn't feel right, didn't look right. He didn't, you know what I mean? He was just there. He was just a part of the squad that won stuff. Um, and I say the most emotional one was Firmino. I think that one when I was like, oh my days, he's actually leaving the football club. That one hit differently as well. But yeah, I think from an emotional standpoint, Bobby's one, Torres one was a shock, and Coutinho's one was just pure because I knew that this Liverpool. We obviously still went on and won trophies. We still went on and did our bit in the Premier League. But honestly, guys, the domination what was about to happen, it would have been so mad. It's like what we're trying to achieve now. Like, but we've got the Salah over the back end of his career, but still hitting some crazy numbers. But we're getting in Florian Wirtz, which is like the equivalent of say your Coutinho, but now he's waiting for the striker, which would have been or the what's called Bobby a striker, bro. He was just a man of the just a talented footballer. And then you had Mane on the other wing, which you have like Diaz and Gakpo sharing that side now. But Mane, Bobby, Salah, and Coutinho would have been absolutely outrageous. What did we get to see? We got to see it for like 6 months. I mean, that's what we got to see it for. 6 months without a proper defense or a goalkeeper. So that we were just scoring mad amount of goals, but we just couldn't keep clean sheets. And I just think, obviously, I don't know if it would have been true or not. No, we was obviously linked with Virgil before, and obviously Coutinho, Allison in the summer. I know he was linked with them in the summer, there, but yeah, I know, man. I wish he stayed and we still went and bought Virgil and Allison, like, and kept Coutinho in there. Like Klopp said, man, they would have built a statue of you, bro. They would have built a mad, like, what a player, man. What a player. And I'm hoping like Florian Wirtz comes in and he comes in and does the same thing. But we're about to try and build that new lineup, that now firepower going forward as well. So if you can go and get Isak in there, you put him in. You still have your Salah. And then whether or not Diaz or whoever leaves, you go and get someone else that's going to shift the needle on the left hand side as well. And then you have your Florian Wirtz in behind. I think that would be cold. Luke, does anyone remember Morientes? Yeah, I remember when he came in. He came in as a top player and then left as nothing really. Like, it was just mad weird to see him at our team. We had a thing about like signing Spanish players, bro, but we don't. We haven't kind of kept to that tradition in a while now. Is there anyone apart from like Bosesic? He's half Spanish and Serbian. Is there any other Spanish players in our team? There's none, is there? Yeah. Bournemouth have set up, but it would just pay that. I think just pay it. I don't even want us to even argue about that. Just pay it, bro. Just pay it. Morenz was at the back end of his career when he came. Yeah. Luis Garcia. Avila. Yeah, we used to just have, but maybe that was from Benitez, though, innit? He was always trying to sign up the Spanish contingents. So, I don't know, man. I see no one put Trent in, but you know, the maddest thing, I think people crashed out more with Trent leaving. I thought some of you guys might have put Trent just because of the way everyone crashed out by him leaving. No one cared that he left now. I hear it. I hear it, man. I hear it. No one's caring now. Everyone's forgotten about it. Everyone's forgotten. Yeah. Imagine if Benitez has got his wish and we signed David Villa and Dani Alves. Oh my days, that would have been mental. David Villa at the time was one of the coldest killers out there in the world, you know, and then Dani Alves was just out here doing madness at right back. He said, "Who you know?" Raw, okay, and I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. Even you remember the what was his name? Riera? Was it Riera? The left-footed Spanish winger. I remember we had him as well, but he didn't last long. I can't even remember when we even sold him. With Trent, it's more anger than hurt. I hear it, bro. Albert Riera. Yeah, that's the Donny. Yeah, no, we had some bad boy Spanish players, man, that graced our team. We had Moreno as well. Excuse me, we had Moreno that come in, and then I thought he was going to be a bad boy. Benayoun felt like he played for every Premier League team for some reason. He played for quite a few of them, didn't he? Yeah, big up to everyone locked in, man. Oh, below was cold as well. Let's have a look. What's the like saying, guys, before we head out? All right, we're on a little young 100. All right, no problem. But yeah, listen, guys, I will leave it there. I'll try and organize another stream for later as well. Love to know what, you know, Cav's take on some of the conversations we just had as well. So I know there's a lot. Maybe we get some more news as well, man. So, but look, by the end of this week, we should have at least done a medical for at least Florian Wirtz, and Kerkez one should be booked in because now, you know, Bournemouth have signed their new left back. That should free up a certain player to join us. And his brother tweeting about soon to be a Liverpool player. And then obviously we've got the Robbo stuff. You guys know how I feel about that. Konate, will he sign a new deal? Will he not? You have to kind of wait and see. Will Liverpool put in a bid for Alexander Isak? Wait and see with that one as well. But guys, listen, man, smash the likes, subscribe if you're new. Big up to all the new subscribers, the mods, and the members. I'll catch you guys in a bit, man. Enjoy the rest of your day. Peace.